It is time for our main event of the evening here at Plainridge Park Casino in Massachusetts. Gary "Spike" O'Sullivan of Cork, Ireland, taking on Chauncey Fields of Savannah, Georgia. Gary "Spike" O'Sullivan, a rising middleweight contender with a record of 24 wins against 2 losses, 16 of his 24 wins coming by way of knockout. He is wearing the solid black trunks. He has the handlebar mustache. His opponent, Chauncey Fields, sporting black trunks with gold trim and gold lettering. Round 2 of a scheduled 8-round fight in the middleweight division. Gary "Spike" O'Sullivan aiming for a bigger fight later this summer. We'll see if he can get past Chauncey Fields or if Chauncey Fields can derail those plans. Nice lead left courtesy of O'Sullivan. First time I saw Gary "Spike" O'Sullivan, he was sporting rainbow-colored hair. The hair on top of his head has disappeared, but the hair that's on his face now in a form of a handlebar mustache. The man's got good hair. That's what I'm getting at. Nice left hand to the body, courtesy of Spike O'Sullivan. Spike O'Sullivan, a good boxer. Somewhat methodical at times, but excitingly methodical as he stalks his prey and really chops them down. He's not just a one-punch knockout artist kind of guy. When he stops guys, it's in a workman-like fashion. As you can see him begin to chop away at Chauncey Fields as he's controlling round 1. O'Sullivan, a product of Ireland, but really has become a fan favorite here in the Boston area in recent years due to his affiliation with Murphy's Boxing, who's promoting tonight's show. His relationship with the Boston area begins even prior to his relationship with Murphy's Boxing. His first fight, I believe, in Boston was at the Dorchester Armory a number of years ago on a show promoted by Irishman Mark Porter, where he fought Jimmy the Dream LeBlanc. Thwopping right hand to the body by Sullivan as he had Fields in the corner. Nice body shot by Spike once again, and a delayed reaction. Fields goes down. That left hand to the body you could hear permeate throughout the room. And a few steps back as the delayed reaction kicked in, Fields said, "I need some time to catch my breath and regroup." Beats the count, but knockdown scored here in round 1 by Gary "Spike" O'Sullivan. Well, I mentioned Spike O'Sullivan likes to chop his opponents down, chopping down Fields. Perhaps quicker than expected here at Plainridge Park Casino tonight. Less than 10 seconds to go in round number 1. And second knockdown of the round scored by Spike O'Sullivan. Spike O'Sullivan gets up at the count of 6. Round 1 about to conclude. And good opening frame for Gary "Spike" O'Sullivan as he scores 2 knockdowns. Round 2 of the scheduled 8-rounder. Gary "Spike" O'Sullivan with a 10-7 opening round as he dropped Chauncey Fields twice. We'll see if Chauncey Fields can remain upright here in round 2 or if Spike can finish the job. It's Spike stalking his prey. Fields more or less on the retreat. Similar to how it was in round 1, but it seems the pace has picked up a tad. And by that I mean Fields is on the retreat more, and O'Sullivan's on the prey more as he's got his prey cornered. Fields not firing any punches of his own, just more or less covering up in a defensive posture. Trying to take away as much starch from these punches coming courtesy of Spike O'Sullivan as possible. And brutal body shots coming courtesy of Spike. Fields throws a wild looping right, trying to get out of the corner. It doesn't land, but it does manage to create some space momentarily. And third knockdown of the fight scored by Spike O'Sullivan. And Fields beats the count, but he's been down 3 times now within 2 rounds. He is way behind in the scorecards. He needs something drastic early to get himself back into this fight. Good job by referee Bob Benoit of letting this fight go on. But that was a crushing left hand to the body by Spike O'Sullivan, and I think that's all she wrote. That's a good job by Bob Benoit of stopping the fight. 4 knockdowns for Gary Spike O'Sullivan, a brutal left hand to the body to end it, a second-round TKO for Cork, Ireland's Gary Spike O'Sullivan here at Plainridge Park Casino. So Gary Spike O'Sullivan victorious in our main event tonight, a second-round TKO over Chauncey Fields. Spike O'Sullivan with bigger fish to fry as he looks for a big money fight later on this summer. Well, we want to thank you for joining us for Murphy's Boxing's initial foray into professional boxing at Plainridge Park Casino. Things kicked off tonight with an impressive performance from Carlos Gongora as he stopped Demetrius Walker. We saw Chris Davis-Fogg with an impressive decision win over Natan Schulte. Ray Morlett with a stoppage win over Oscar Diaz. Mike O'Han made his pro debut with a gutty decision win over Rafael Francis. Toka Conclary looked impressive against Francisco Medel. And Charles Foster with a big win over Nathan Miller of Halifax, Nova Scotia. From my cameraman Clay Thompson, I'm Peter Zimbor. Thank you so much for joining us here at Plainridge Park Casino. We'll see you next time in Melrose, Massachusetts next week for Murphy's Boxing.